G'day everybody and welcome to Elmcreek. So, today's episode does start with a bit of an apology. For some reason my files keep getting corrupted, so hopefully this one's going to be the first one of a new series. So what's the premise here? Well, we are $400,000 in debt. We have a chainsaw, a small tractor, and a small trailer here, and we currently own this area here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to try and do some logging, and we've got to earn some money. Here's some nice cracking timber. So we're going to have to do some logging, earn our way up, and hopefully we're going to buy the map eventually. Yes, that is going to take a fair amount of time to get to, but it should be an interesting journey. So as you can see, we're doing a bit of chopping here. Get a few of these things happening. Now we've only got our tractor over here only has a small amount of horsepower, so we've got to be really mindful of that. So yeah, we will be doing our best to make some money and get ourselves out of all this debt. And yeah, so as for recording wise, the last week or so has been a bit hectic. Little Miss G has had some had to learn to go to prep for the first time ever, and next year she'll be starting prep for certain, and well, for real. And so she's been a bit upset, and we've had to try and go through, some of your friends will be there with you, you're going to get a new teacher, all the sort of fun stuff that you've got to try and teach a 4-year-old. As grown-ups, we kind of forget that, these little things mean a lot to them. So, and of course, Christmas coming up, we all know what that's like with family and things like that. So, boy, these things are getting pretty heavy. So yeah, I do not know how many episodes that I'll be able to squeeze in. I have been hoping for some new maps to turn up, because quite frankly, these still too heavy. These maps I've found quite boring. Sorry, all due respect to giants and all that, but yeah. I've also been playing in a personal game to try and learn all the factories and things like that. Let's just say I feel that they need to be tweaked a bit. Yeah, it basically turns out at this moment in time that the factories aren't worth it unless you've done about a year's worth of preparation and things like that. So hopefully that'll end up being resolved. For example, when I say doesn't seem to be worth it, boy, I'm going to end up with some small chunks here just to get it on the trailer. Yeah, I tried to use the spinnery and all that in a private game, and yeah, basically you need about 2 or 3 years worth of wool just to be able to start making any money out of it. I know that can be by design, and that piece is going to have to stay there. yeah, I understand these things can be by design, but you know, you've got to build up to them and all that. But yeah, give us a bit of a break, you know. We're kind of learning. Everyone's learning this sort of stuff. We've never had factories before, and you know, forgive me for this. Seriously. Yeah, so as I'm saying, you know, it takes a while for the factories to be worthwhile. I mean, it's something that you've got to build up to. Yeah, great. Yeah, it's just something. I'm looking forward to modders bringing out maps where you might own a factory or what have you. The current system for factories, you do have to own them in the first place, and you've got to pay quite a lot of money to get them. And then on top of that, you're paying yearly fees, which, if you're not using them, I feel can be a bit of a waste of money, I suppose. So yeah. Anyway, I might. Might have to put this on a bit of a time lapse, so that although you guys still get to watch me load up our first trailer's worth, you don't have to watch me do it in real time. So, without any further ado, whatever you want to call it, I'll get this loaded up and see you. Yeah, see you in a few. Okay, so that's enough embarrassing myself for now. Let's go and find where the sawmill is. No, that's the farmer's market. I know it's around. There it is. So, as I said, that's enough embarrassing myself for now. What I'll do is, never noticed that before. The people will not walk where I've got a tree down. Anyway, let's take this down to the sawmill, shall we? The next load, I will load up off camera. I'm sure you guys enjoyed your, that's not it, the little escapade, but honestly that was really frustrating for me to do. I would have laughed at it. As you can see, we go a grand total of 22 kilometers an hour. As you can, yeah, we don't exactly have a full trailer load, but maybe this might bring in $1 or $2. Following it round to the right. Yeah. This thing doesn't do hills very well, so yeah, it makes a mountain out of a molehill. But I do love the tractor. I love the sound of it. Hopefully you're able to hear that. Let's do a bit of first person driving. luckily I chose a map that's not too far away from, well, chose a location not too far away from the sawmill. Yeah. So let me know in the comments what you think of the premise of this map, or of this idea. Better stop here. These FS22, they're a little bit crazy. Sorry, the cars are a bit crazy. Case in point. Yep, we are going the right direction. Make sure it, it was me that they were waiting for. Yeah, this is going to take a little while to get up here. So for the rest of the episode, I think what I'll do is after we very painfully get up here, I will just load up, bring this in when I'm back at the sawmill with each load. Yeah. We're slowly getting there. I think I can. So Mrs. G, she's not actually home on Wednesdays and Fridays to do her counselling, so that's the best time for me to do my recording. I might have mentioned this before, but if not, I apologise. Okay. I can hardly even get through the gate at the moment. That's right. The actual sawmill part is behind here. So yeah, I was saying Mrs. G is not at the office here Wednesdays and Fridays, so that's the best time for me to do my recording. Time to see how much we make for 1/8 of a tree. So this tractor, there are codes. Okay, we made $1,023 off that. That's actually a lot better than what I thought. This tractor, as well as another one, they are available with the game. However, there's cheat codes that you've got to use to be able to get them. I will not put the link in the description below because I don't know how accurate they are, but I'm sure if you look on Discord, and Mr. Sealy P, his latest episode, he does put the codes in his link. Yeah, it does help to bring us a bit of vintage stuff. The downside is this tractor only has 25 horsepower, and it is one of the better ones. Okay, we're going downhill. I'd better get to the correct side. Now, going downhill, we actually get a bit of momentum up. So yeah, something else that Mrs. G actually brought to my attention about my other series was my last episode of 22 was the simple fact that that I was a bit all over the place. Yeah, I heard that within myself when I watched it back later, and I can appreciate that. When it's so long between episodes that you record, you tend to forget or lose your train of thought, and yeah, the train leaves the station without you. Alright, we're nearly back at our nearly back home, or where we're doing our logging. I'll get rid of this, finish loading up this tree, and once I've loaded it up, and once I'm back at the sawmill, I will bring yous back in and we will... Sure, yes. Yeah, I'll bring yous back in once I've loaded up and I'm nearly at the sawmill with load number 2. I'll see you in a sec. I just thought I'd show you the last few excruciating moments of me getting up to the sawmill here. Also thought it was funny that I'd held up some cars. Still haven't finished loading up our first tree, but I just thought I'd bring yous in for the sale here, and then I'm going to wrap it up after this. Where'd that trigger go? Right there. So there's another $1,000 odd. So, near on 2,000, sorry. It would appear that I'm basically having to go down to splinters. So what I'm going to do is, between episodes, I'm going to go down to the shop and I'm going to put the sides on this trailer. It's just going to help me out a lot more. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this episode. It is going to be a survival challenge. See how far we can get. I really do want to wait till there's new maps out. I hear that No Man's Land is going to be coming out very soon. Just while I'm chatting, I'll go down to the store. I don't know if I'll make a series on that. All due respect to Alien Gym, but I'm not a big fan of just big open spaces. I do like to have factories and things like that around to play with. Anyway, I was going to tell you a story about Little Miss G. Little Miss G, we're trying to teach her entire name as well as where we live. So we're at prep, a half-day teddy bears picnic type of thing, and we're making new friends. So here she is, she's there going, hello, my name is, and she's quoting her entire name. She's also quoting where we live, which I think is really quite cute. Also, though, she keeps asking what is she doing wrong, because she has to leave kindy, and some of her friends are going into different schools, and only 1 or 2 of her friends are going to be in the same class as her. Her school has 4 different prep groups. Just on that note, if I ever do tell you guys my daughter's first name, I will never ever put on social media a picture of her. Maybe when she's 12 to 13, even 14, she can make up her own mind as to whether or not she's going to make a Facebook profile or what. but I've got years before I get paranoid about that. So yeah, what else was I going to tell you? The reason why I've got Wednesdays and Fridays to myself is Mrs. G. She's got a job nearby that she works 2 days a week. So yeah, I get left in the house alone, thankfully, for 2 days a week. So yeah. Anyway, you know what? I'll keep you in. I think I'll keep trying to chat for a little while we go to the shop, and you can see how to do some configurations. Now, being on Elmcreek here, we're coming up on the right hand side, the initial farm that you do normally start off with. I don't really like these first 3 maps, because if you delete everything there, or you choose to go to a different farm or whatever, you don't have the sleep triggers, you can't enter the buildings or anything like that. There's sheds and things like that you just can't use. So yeah, I think that's something that they should really improve on. I don't know how that sort of stuff works, but you know, I sit here and go, well, why can't you? Very slowly getting there. We have our restaurant, well, way back there near the petrol station. Fire station right here. It's, you know, it's the little details that that I like about this. You've got a toy store here coming up on your right hand side. I believe, no, that's just a house, I think. And up here on the right hand side you also have a bakery sell point. You can also buy that and turn it into your production trains. Whether we'll get to that, I don't know. For me, I found on this map it's actually better to build your own, and that way when you're done you can destroy it and, you know, get onto another factory or whatever. Let's just put our indicator on here, because we will be pulling off very soon, right about now. So yeah, if we do factories, it'll be our own. We won't use anything that's already on the map. Okay, so I'm just gonna with you guys in, for those of you who don't play or haven't played before, this is something new of FS22. You come up and it comes up with any machine that you've already got in place. We can repair them, or we don't want to sell it, we want to customize. And because I originally bought this out of 4,000 litre capacity, just to take it back, it doesn't cost us anything. So now we have our tractor, the Zeta 25K, should have mentioned that earlier, and we've got our Stoutman SZK802, 4,000 litre capacity. Also, something that I forgot to mention, rehook up. We are playing with hard economy, that's why things are a lot harder, you know, the money's a bit harder to make. Also playing with 1-day seasons. So yeah, it's currently August. The next time you see me, it'll be September. I cannot believe it took me that long to try and think of how many days, you know, what month comes after August. Anyway, we're going to call that an episode right there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think. Again, I apologise about my last episode just being a once-off. I'll pull over up here. Oh, there goes someone's letterbox. There you go, NZ Racing. There's the there's my first stuff up. Alright, well, as I was trying to say, thank you guys very much for watching. Please feel free to tell your mates about the channel. Feel free to share the video, whatever you're going to do. Please tell your mates about me, and I guess I'll see you next time. Cheers!